Hello and welcome. I'm Paul Kearney, and today I'm joined by international author Wendy Mulder. Great to have you here, Wendy.
Thank you. So happy.
So Wendy is a registered nurse. She's also an Access Consciousness certified facilitator and a Being You certified facilitator. And she's written 2 brilliant books through Access Consciousness Publishing, and we'd like to talk to Wendy about them today.
Yeah.
So Wendy, what are the books about?
Well, they're truly the two of them about. It's just a totally different perspective on grief. And this is an area that's been incredibly easy for me ever since I can remember, even in my nursing days, you know, and it was just so exciting finding the Access Consciousness tools and adding that to what I already know. So these 2 books is about how, the first book is about how you can support someone through grief, learning from grief. It's all the different types of activities you can do and have fun in that process of going through grief. And this one is about using the Access Consciousness tools to assist somebody when they're dying. And this is the great thing that I really wanted to get across to people, that you can actually be with someone when they're dying and you can be eased, because this reality always says you're going to get burnt out. You know, it's very exhausting being with someone and caring for someone. And this is just giving you...
1 second. It's okay, I'll edit it.
Yeah,
we'll get it all in post.
Yeah, so this is actually letting people know that it is possible, and this is about looking after my mum when she was dying, and that we were just, we did it with incredible ease, and with all my family around me, in my home, and it was just very everyday, very normal. And then after she did die, I was like, oh, well, maybe I should put a book together about this.
Yeah, fantastic. I get that it is quite a layered subject, and it's kind of it can be very difficult for people.
Yeah.
And I see here that there's no right or wrong way to grieve. Could you
Yeah.
just speak about that for a moment?
Yeah, well, it's incredible, because there is no right and wrong, and every single person has a different perspective on how it is for them. And one of the things is that, I know it's so funny, but you know, sometimes when someone is going through grief, and one of the common sayings that people might say to that person is, oh yes, I do understand. And it really riles a lot of people, because no one really understands. No one really gets what each person is going through, because it is so unique, it's so different. And so it is, and there is, I mean, they talk about the 5 stages or whatever, and I mean, it's nothing about that. It's just whatever that person chooses.
Yes.
In any 10 seconds. And memories can come up like 5 years down the track.
Yes.
Or it could be that, you know, there's lots of ease and joy, and then suddenly you might see something, and it's just like, allows for those tears, But it's be willing to be, I get the biggest thing about too with grief is be that rock in the stream. A lot of people get lost in the grief. But be more that rock in the stream, let the emotions come, but also let them move on.
Yeah, because it is a very emotional time. There's a lot of letting go, a lot of things happening. And
that's the thing. A lot of people, they think that I've got to be lost in these emotions, whereas let them come up and then move on.
Yes.
Which is so cool.
And it's beautiful to see. I can see that you have a real ease with a subject that a lot of people find very challenging. So what a gift.
Yeah.
And then did your nursing profession help with that?
I don't really think so. Okay, I think it was just the nursing profession just gave me more of an awareness of when people, just gave me more of awareness of the different types of grief that people go through, or the different ways that people die, and the different points of view that people have around dying. But I think it was innate in me that there was always something different, you know, with grief and death and dying. It wasn't something that you had to make significant and real and forever and ever.
And one thing I love about these books is they're small. They're not massive chronicles, encyclopedias that you can dip in and dip out and take whatever information is required, and it can be just in that one moment. That's what you needed to hear.
Yeah, exactly. And I was very aware of that.
Yeah.
Because people who are going through grief, they can only just grab, like, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of like, their I suppose you could call it like shock.
Yes.
And what they can receive, and they just maybe need to just grab a few lines, and that's about it. Yeah, because they're able to absorb very small amounts.
Yeah.
And that's why I actually just put a plug in there for my Kindness with Grief website. There's lots of different blogs in there, so people don't actually have to see me, but they can go there and read different stories about how you can have more ease with it all. Yeah.
And such a different perspective having kindness with grief. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely and as I say, and I as well have had my personal experiences with it as well. So in losing friends and also just recently losing my husband.
Yeah.
And I really can see that you actually do have a choice. You always have a choice to how you want to be with whatever's showing up. Yeah.
So, Wendy, it's been inspirational to have you here.
Thank you.
Where can they get the book? And then you mentioned your blog as well.
Yeah, so they can Dying Happy, Gift of Choice, they can get from ACP, Access Consciousness Publishing. And they can also receive them, well, both of them actually, on the Access Consciousness website as well. They're both up there.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and also through my kindnesswithgrief.com page and my Living with Ease on my Facebook page.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I like it.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you, Wendy.
So grateful
Be
for
great to have
everyone,
you here.
and just so grateful to be alive, really. I love it.
So what else is possible today?
Yes!
Let's do it. Good job, Wendy.
Yes!
Oh.